In Maudi, a village of red earth, talking drums, and unspoken laws, respect was more than a virtue. It was a language. A child's character was known not by what they said, but by how they said it and to whom. Elders were not interrupted. Names were called with reverence. Greetings were done with knees on the ground and eyes lowered. But Nana, son of Ejai the widow, was born with his head high and his tongue loose. He was thin, lean as a stick of sugar cane, quick on his feet, and quicker to speak. His mother often said, that boy was born talking. And it was true. He argued in his sleep. He challenged goats. He even once corrected the catechist in church loudly. The village called him Nti Syriac, the boy with hardened ears. He never knelt when greeting elders. He would wave with one hand, chewing groundnuts with the other. Nana. Mama Ejai would hiss, grabbing his ear after a careless greeting. Do you want the ancestors to curse this house? They don't care who kneels or not, Mama, he would shrug, rubbing his ear. They are spirits. They can't even see me. One afternoon, the village elders sat beneath the Udola tree, holding their monthly gathering. The Oni Isi Ola, old as the hills and slow as molasses, rose to speak about tradition, respect, and the ways of the ancestors. Nana, hiding behind a tree, puffed his chest and mimicked the elder's croaky voice, even wagging his fingers in mock seriousness. The other boys chuckled nervously. Keep quiet, whispered Jide, elbowing him. He might see you. Let him see, Nana whispered back. If he could even see past his nose. Later that week, Nana was sent to fetch water. Halfway down the footpath, he dropped the calabash and wandered off to chase dragonflies. When he returned late, empty-handed and full of excuses, his mother broke down in tears. I have no husband, she wept. And now my only son dishonors me before the village. Must I suffer shame from the one I carried? But Nana, too proud to feel guilt, only scowled and mumbled, it was just water. The village women began to whisper. That boy, eh? No respect. He'll be the death of that woman. Even the elders took notice. One of them, Papa Obolo, called him aside one evening. My boy, he began kindly, do you know why we kneel to greet? Nana shrugged. Because you like it. No. Because we are all born crawling. We kneel to remember that we once knew how to be humble. Nana rolled his eyes and walked away. That year, the festival of remembrance came. It was a sacred time when the veil between the living and the dead thinned, and the Ek masquerades, spirits of ancestors, returned to walk among the villagers. They danced through the night with drums in their bones and fire in their footsteps. They blessed the humble and warned the proud. The elders gathered the children before dusk. Stay in your mother's huts, they warned. Do not stare at the masks. Do not mock. These are not men. They are the old ones, clothed in mystery. But Nana, restless and defiant, had already made plans. That night, as the fires crackled and the drums summoned spirits, he slipped out with Jide and Tochi, ducking through shadows, giggling like thieves. They climbed onto a Yamban rooftop near the square and watched the dance below. The marks were glorious, carved from sacred wood, with glowing eyes and costumes of raffia and feathers. They moved with inhuman grace, spinning like winds, leaping like flames. The air itself trembled. Villagers bowed as the marks passed. Women covered their faces. Even dogs tucked their tails. But not Nana. He snorted. Look at them. Just men under fancy costumes. Look at that one with the red eyes, I bet he can't even see straight. Tochi's face turned pale. Shoo. They might hear you. Let them. Nana grinned, puffing out his chest. I fear no mask. If one touches me, I yank off his beard. Just then, the tallest mask stopped mid-dance. Its red eyes turned. Its head tilted, listening. The drum stopped. Silence swallowed the square. Then slowly, the mask pointed. Not at the crowd. Not at the fire. But directly at Nana. The boy froze, the grin falling from his face. And in the next heartbeat, the rooftop vanished from beneath his feet and the night swallowed him whole. Nana landed hard not on a roof, not in a courtyard but on thick, damp earth that smelled of moss, smoke, and something ancient. The air buzzed without sound, heavy and watchful. Trees stretched impossibly tall, their roots coiled like sleeping snakes. Their leaves shimmered with no wind. It was twilight here, yet the shadows were alive. He blinked, heart thudding in his chest. "Where am I?" he whispered, spinning around. No birds. No drums. No voices. Just breath low and deep like the forest itself was alive. Then, from behind a curtain of vines, a figure stepped forward. The mask from the square. But larger now, impossibly tall. Its eyes glowed with firelight. Its wooden face paused, not carved but alive. Cowrie shells clinked softly as it moved. "You mocked us," the voice rumbled deep, layered, echoing with the voices of many. "You spat at your elders. Laughed at the ways of your people. You think yourself too clever, too strong to kneel." Nana trembled, trying to step back. The forest did not allow it. I didn't mean," he stammered. "You meant everything. And now, you will see what your eyes refuse to see." The mask raised a raffia-covered hand and the forest changed. Before Nana, scenes unfolded like moving paintings in smoke and mist. He saw his mother pounding yam alone under the scorching sun, sweat running down her face, her eyes filled with quiet sorrow. Then he saw her again, this time, sitting beside their fire at night, clutching the folded trousers he had outgrown, whispering, "May he not disgrace me." The mist swirled. Now came the elders Papa Obolo, the Oni Isi Ola, the women of the village. One by one, Nana saw how they paused after every insult, every slight, every act of disrespect, not with anger, but with grief. "You carry pride like a crown," the spirit said. "But you are a boy, not a king." Nana dropped to his knees. "I didn't know," he whispered. "I didn't know it hurt them." "You chose not to know. But knowledge has a price. And tonight, you will pay it." The forest around him grew darker. The trees bent lower. The earth opened not like a hole, but like a memory being peeled open. Nana was pulled into visions deeper still. He saw his ancestors' faces carved from time itself, sitting in silence, watching him. Their eyes burned not with anger, but with disappointment. "You are their branch," the mask said. "And you are bending away from the root." Nana began to sob. "I want to go back," he cried. "Please. I want to be better. I want to kneel. I want to listen." The mask looked down at him, unmoving. Then, slowly, it nodded. The forest vanished. Nana awoke at dawn beneath the great Ofo tree in the center of Maudi. His clothes were streaked with ash. His body ached. His face was wet from dew or tears, he didn't know. Around him, the villagers stood in a wide circle, silent, watching. Jide and Tochi were there, eyes wide with fear. The Oni Isi Ola leaned close, his staff heavy with cowries. "Where did you go, Nana?" he asked softly. Nana bowed his head, voice hoarse. "To the place where memories speak." The elder looked into his eyes, and then slowly nodded. "You have seen. Now prove it." That day, Nana walked differently. He bent to greet every elder, both knees in the red dust. He carried firewood without complaint. He swept the square before the women asked. He apologized to Papa Obolo and offered to tend his goats. Mama Ijad watched with tears in her eyes, not of sorrow, but of relief. By the next festival, Nana served food to the drummers, knelt before the shrine of Amedioha, and helped the smallest children tie on their festival beads. The elders no longer called him Nti Syriac. They called him Nana the Listener. Years passed. Nana grew into a man tall, strong, quiet with wisdom. He taught his children to kneel. He built a house with a wide courtyard for his mother, who smiled more often now. At the Festival of Remembrance, a new mask was added to the spirit circle, one with a stern face and a flame on its forehead. When curious children asked, "Who does this mask belong to?" the elders would say, "That is the mask of Nana the Listener, a boy who once mocked the spirits, but was taught by the forest to remember." And so, whenever a child in Maudi grew too proud or refused to listen, they were taken to the Ofo tree and told, "There is a place called Ohia in Chita, the forest of memory. Go there in your dreams, or be taken there in truth."